Victims of the almighty Sarlacc, His Excellency hopes that you will die honorably.
Hey everyone, Scooby-Doo here and welcome to a brand new video. So today we're going to take a look at my repaint weathering of my Black Series Boba Fett helmet. As I talked about in my last video, I didn't want to do anything too complicated. This particular helmet is going to be going in a display case. So I just kind of wanted to bring out a little bit more of the weathering and the scratch marks, and also work on the his range finder here on the side, because that was the only thing I didn't really like on it. It looked too much like it was plastic. And basically what I did, and I should have filmed it but I didn't, I started off with the temper paint, which is stuff I use all the time, and basically highlighted a lot of different areas, especially here on his dent. And then went in with some dry painting, which, you know, with the dry painting, what I do is I just use some silver spray paint, put on a piece of cardboard, and then just take like a little brush like this and dab some paint and then take most of it off. And then I went in and added some scratch marks and some extra layering. And then to finish it off, I actually spray painted it with some satin clear coat, because I wanted it to shine a little bit more, because it is going in a display case. This is going to be lit up, and so I really wanted the helmet to pop inside of the display case. You can see here how I took his dent and kind of gave it some more layers. And then also on the range finder, I did a lot of extra weathering. I actually used a little bit of sandpaper, not much, and kind of weathered it more than probably it should be, but again, I want this really to stand out in the display case. And then what I also did is I kind of call it the Philadelphia Eagle helmet. I expanded on the scratch marks here on the side as well. But I think mainly the main thing was doing the clear coat to give it a little bit of a more of a shiny look. You can see here, and then I just went in with some other temper white paint, and I just kind of did some of the inside. I didn't really spend that much time. This literally was like 2 minutes. I just kind of put some temper paint in there, a gray color, and then wiped most of it out. And then I also too, as you can see, as I took out the strap. If I was gonna wear this, I would probably get like a helmet pad kit and just put that in, because I'm not too much of a fan of this, and this pops out really, really easy. In fact, if you want to do painting on this, all this comes off really easy with some screws. I wasn't able to take the visor out, even though there's screws on the inside. I took them all out, but I couldn't get it loose, so I didn't want to break it. So I just left the visor in there, and then I just masked it off when I did the spray painting. So there it is. I don't know if you notice the difference or not. In person, it has a lot more layers to it. Kind of pick the camera up and show you the top. And again, you can see where it's a little bit shinier. And this actually is layered all in here. So it really has a more realistic look to it, with these scratch marks. And the ultimate plan with this, because I really don't have any more room in the Star Wars room itself, is I'm going to be building like a Fett lair or Fett cave or hangout or whatever you want to call it. And that helmet's going to go in the display case. It's actually going to go in those display cases that I used to have in the Star Wars room. Those two big tall ones that were on either side of my TV. I'm going to have this helmet, and then I also have my Jango Fett, which is right here. It'll go on the other side. You see my Jango Fett. I might put some weathering on that one as well. I'm not sure. Still in the early stages of coming up with this new idea. And then I'm also going to be using all those Stormtrooper helmets, because again, I don't have any room in the main Star Wars room. So These helmets, like this one I worked on here, again, this was just a decal kit I got, and it was actually supposed to be like a clean shock trooper, and then I just scratched off some of the decals to make them look like they're worn, and then I added some of the temper paint again right here to make this one. And these helmets are going to be kind of in the Fett room is like his trophies. I'm going to have all of the different helmets, and this is going to be part of Fett's collection of different stormtroopers that he had to take out. So that room's going to be pretty cool, hopefully. Again, it was just something I came up with probably 2 or 3 weeks ago because I had to find a place for all these different helmets. And I think I'm kind of excited to build on it. Plus also as well, as you know, when I'm doing these projects, I don't work on them very long before I kind of need to do something else. That's why I have all these different ones going with the Back to the Future. I actually got some new stuff for my Avengers room as well that I'm going to be working on. And fingers crossed, hopefully by the end of this next week, that virtual pinball is going to be shipped, hopefully by air. So I'll get it in like a couple weeks, and then we'll get that in the room and we'll start working on that as well. So here we go again, the Fett modified helmet. Really simple, easy to do, dry painting, some temper paint. And as far as doing the satin finish on it, I think it's fine without it. But again, I want it to really kind of pop in the display case, so I added it so you get a little bit more of this, not really shine, but just kind of, again, pops a little bit more. And so, yeah, that's it. If you have any questions or comments regarding this paint work, just feel free. Again, the temper paint is a really forgiving, temporary type of paint, so you can always wash it off. In this case, this is all locked in because I did the clear coat over it, so most all of it's going to stay. I did do a couple layers on top of it, but most of it will all stay. Here on this Stormtrooper one, I could start this whole thing over if I wanted to. I could take a sponge and water and take most of this off. Just kind of scratch it off, and it just kind of comes off. But yeah, easy projects. That's really what I try to do. I don't want to get anything too complicated where somebody go like, oh, I wish I could do that. You can do this. Trust me. Very, very simple. Again, questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. Hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend, and I'll try to get out as many videos as I can as things start coming in. So I shall talk to you guys later.